Transportation of goods is intricate and choice of proper transports is very vital for reducing cost and risks of transports. Buyer and seller must choose proper carrier and carriage too. It depends on many factors. For example, seller and buyer must consider cost of carriage, risk of transportation and the bulk transportation, and so on. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our deep dive into the world of international trade finance. Today, we're tackling a crucial and often misunderstood part of the Uniform Customs and Practice for Documentary Credits, or UCP 600. We're zeroing in on Article 22, which deals with charter party bills of lading. If you have ever worked with bulk cargo shipments, you know how important this article is. So grab a coffee and let's unravel the complexities of Article 22 together. First of all, let us what exactly is a charter party bill of lading. Unlike a standard bill of lading, which is a standalone contract of carriage, a charter party bill of lading refers to a separate contract, the charter party agreement. This agreement is made between a shipowner and a charterer who hires the ship or part of it for a specific voyage or period. The bill of lading issued in this context will state that it is subject to the terms and conditions of that charter party. This is a key distinction, and this is why UCP 600 has a dedicated article for it. Now let's break down Article 22 itself. The core principle is that if a documentary credit allows for a charter party bill of lading, banks will accept it, provided it meets certain criteria. The first and most important rule is that the bill of lading must appear to be a charter party bill of lading. It will usually have a clause on its face that explicitly refers to a charter party. For example, you might see words like freight payable as per charter party dated, or all terms and conditions of the charter party are incorporated herein. So what does a bank look for when examining one of these documents under Article 22? Let's go through the requirements point by point. First, it must be signed. Like any bill of lading under UCP 600, it needs to indicate who signed it and in what capacity. According to Article 22, it can be signed by the master of the vessel, the owner of the vessel, or the charterer. It can also be signed by an agent on behalf of any of these parties mentioned above. So you'll need to see a signature and a clear indication of the authority behind it. For example, as agent for the master or as charterer. If an agent signs, the bank needs to see the name of the principal, the master, owner, or charterer they are signing for. Let's take a quick example. Imagine a credit calls for a charter party bill of lading. The document presented is signed, but it just says as agent. This would be a discrepancy. The bank doesn't know who the agent is acting for. Is it the master, the owner, or the charterer? The document must clarify this relationship for it to be compliant. A correct signature would look something like ABC Shipping Agents, as agent for and on behalf of Captain John Smith, Master. The second key requirement is about the shipment itself. The bill of lading must indicate that the goods have been shipped on board a named vessel at the port of loading stated in the credit. The date of issuance of the charter party bill of lading will be deemed to be the date of shipment. Unless the charter party bill of lading contains an onboard notation indicating the date of shipment, in which case the date stated in the onboard notation will be deemed to be the date of shipment. This is usually shown with an onboard notation. The date of this notation is considered the date of shipment. This is no different from other bills of lading under UCP 600. The bank will check that the port of loading and the vessel name match what is specified in the letter of credit. Such notation of on board may be in pre-printed wording or by stamp specifying the date of on board. For instance, if the LC requires shipment from the port of Rotterdam, the charter party bill of lading must clearly state this. If it just says shipped from Europe, that's a problem. Precision is everything. Third, the bill of lading must indicate the journey. It needs to show shipment from the port of loading to the port of discharge, as stated in the credit. This seems straightforward, but complexities can arise with transshipment. Unlike Article 20, which covers standard bills of lading, Article 22 is silent on the topic of transshipment. This means if a credit prohibits transshipment, a charter party bill of lading that shows transshipment will occur or might occur would still be acceptable. This is a subtle but very important difference between Article 20 and Article 22. So, if your business requires control over transshipment, you might need to specify that in the credit itself. Perhaps stating Article 22 does not apply and instead requiring a bill of lading compliant with Article 20. Now, here's a crucial point that often causes confusion. When a bank receives a charter party bill of lading, do they need to examine the actual charter party contract itself? The answer is a clear and simple no. UCP 600, Article 22, Sub-Article B explicitly states, a bank will not examine charter party agreements, even if they are required to be presented by the terms of the credit. This is a fundamental principle of documentary credits. Banks deal in documents, not in the underlying goods, services, or performance to which the documents may relate. The bank's job is to check the bill of lading against the credit and UCP 600 rules, not to get bogged down in the complex legal details of a separate charter party agreement, even if the beneficiary submits the charter party contract along with the other documents. The bank will simply disregard it for examination purposes. Let's imagine a scenario. A credit allows for a charter party bill of lading. The bill of lading is presented and it says, all terms as per charter party dated January the 1st, 2025. The beneficiary also presents a copy of that charter party. The bank examiner will look at the bill of lading to ensure it's signed correctly, shows the right vessel, ports, and an on-board notation. They will completely ignore the charter party document itself. Even if there's a clause in the charter party that contradicts the credit, it doesn't matter for the bank's compliance check of the bill of lading. The risk of the charter party terms falls on the applicant, who agreed to accept this type of document in the first place. So why would anyone use a charter party bill of lading if it carries this extra layer of complexity? It's most common in bulk shipping, think grain, coal, oil, or ore. In these trades, it's standard practice for the buyer or seller to charter an entire vessel. The charter party agreement governs the detailed terms of the hire, and the bill of lading acts more as a receipt for the goods and a document of title. It's simply the way business is done in these sectors. For an importer, accepting a charter party bill of lading means they trust their supplier and understand the risks associated with a contract the charter party that they might not have seen. To summarize the key takeaways for Article 22. 1. Banks will accept a charter party bill of lading if the credit allows it. 2. It must be signed by the master, owner, charterer, or an agent on their behalf, clearly identifying their principal. 3. It must indicate shipment on board a named vessel at the correct port of loading. 4. It must show the voyage from the port of loading to the port of discharge. And 5, and this is the big one, banks will not examine the charter party contract itself, even if it's presented. Understanding Article 22 is vital for anyone involved in bulk commodity trade. For exporters, it means knowing exactly how to prepare your documents to get paid without delay. For importers, it means understanding the risks you are taking on by agreeing to a document that references an external contract. And for bankers, it means applying the rules correctly to facilitate trade while managing documentary risk. I hope this detailed breakdown of UCP 600 Article 22 has been helpful. It's a niche area, but a critical one. Getting it right can be the difference between a smooth transaction and a costly dispute. If you have any questions, or perhaps a real-life example you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below. I love hearing from you and learning from your experiences. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the essential rules of international trade. We'll see you in the next video where other important topics on banking, finance, international trade and compliance will be discussed. Thank you.